few hours after his guy Elvis Mutapcic suffered a loss in his UFC debut. What went wrong with that? I mean, obviously he's a middleweight coming up to light heavyweight. Took the fight on a few days' notice. It seems, in the quote sent to us by the UFC, he said he gave him too much respect. That seemed to be the theme. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He went out there knowing he's a big dude, and he said he was like bracing to get really clubbed and really beat up out there by a bigger, stronger guy, like thinking that his punches were going to come that much harder. And he said that after the first round, he wasn't as powerful as I thought he would be, but he just couldn't get off. I think that first takedown really it helped Barbosa because he was able to kind of make it a 10-minute fight as opposed to 15. I mean, he spent that last 3 minutes on the ground really just holding him. Didn't do much, kind of conserved himself because he knew he had to go fight 10 more minutes. So he fought a smart fight, and he got off first before Elvis could. That's what you get for taking a fight on such short notice. But he's a fighter, and he's in the UFC. He's going to go 185. Asked to fight over in Croatia. He's from Bosnia. That's right there. So it'll be almost like fighting back home. It'll be cool for him.
So what do you tell someone like that took it on a few days' notice and didn't come out on top, but didn't get finished in his UFC debut? Can he take anything out of this, or is it just back to the drawing board?
Well, yeah. I mean, he's got to learn from it. I mean, he just watched the fight right now in the back room, and he definitely knows there's some things. He didn't beat him to the punch. He was just getting beat. He was standing there around too much. Standing in front of him too much, and took those shots. And he's got to make sure he gets off quicker. And the 85 guys are faster. They're not these big lumbering guys that just throw big punches all the time. They come a little faster. He's got to be ready for that. But he's been around. This isn't his first time he's ever fought. First time he's taken a fight on 10 days notice at 205, on this level. But he'll be ready. He came down to our gym to train with us for a little bit. He's from Des Moines, Iowa. He's got a coach that he trains with out there. He's got a wife and kids in Des Moines. So he kind of goes back and forth between us and in Des Moines. So I'd like to spend more time with him. Didn't really get to spend a lot of time with him. 85 will get his wrestling going a lot more. I think he was a little bit weary of trying to take this bigger guy down and getting, having all that to carry all that weight. So a smaller guy will be able to, be more of a mixed martial artist as opposed to just a striker.
And speaking of Power MMA gym, it seems to be the biggest name in your gym right now. Ryan Bader's easily the biggest fight of his career. #1 contender fight against Anthony Johnson. Before we started this, you said he was ready to go. He seemed very confident. Just tell the people who weren't here for that conversation, like what the vibe is in the gym ahead of that.
Well, Bader's great for the gym. He's great for the team because he's never out of the gym. He's always, as soon as after a fight, he's back in. He's got his gi on. He's got, he's lifting. He's running. He's doing something to stay in shape to get ready for that next fight. And so he's a great role model for the rest of our up and comers and the rest of the guys fighting. That are already in the UFC or in Bellator or whatever. They can aspire to what Bader is, and there's a reason why he's had 5 straight, and there's a reason why he's going to win this next fight. It's because of who he is and the type of professional that he is. He's the type of guy that we want our other fighters to emulate. We want him to be in and day out in the gym, putting the work in. That's what he does, and that's why he's going to be, he's going to get this win and he's going to move forward. And then Dana promises him a title after this fight, so we're just going to go in there and take care of business like he's been doing. Anthony Johnson's a threat because he's powerful. But after you take away the power, once you get through the power, if he doesn't land those and we're able to get past those, it's a 5-round fight. And Anthony, we know from his past that he does not have a great gas tank, and he'll try to find a way out if it gets too hard.
Now it seems like Dana had promised Ryan a title shot on a handful of occasions. He was supposed to fight Daniel on the New Orleans card. He was going to fight. He fought Rashad, beat him. It was thought that was enough to get the title shot.
Yeah.
When he didn't get the title shot, did he dwell on it at all, or was he just like, all right, Anthony's next?
Yeah, no, he dwelled on it. He had told Bader Dana had told Bader by phone, no one can deny you this title. Well, it was obviously denied, and it's a business deal. There's more to it than just competition, which is what we got into this sport for, and we were raised, but now it's a business deal, and now Bader's got to go out there and learn to sell the fight, but he's got to do it by putting a stamp on Anthony Johnson right now, and that'll give Dana White a reason to make sure that he can't turn him down for this fight. He's going to be the man. He wins this fight. Who else is there? He's got to be the man, but he's got to go out there and he's got to do it convincingly.
Now, is there any pressure on Ryan? Because CB's coming off the tough loss. Miles Jury, who just joined the team, is coming off the tough loss. Does he feel any extra pressure? Like you said, he's the one that you want people to look up to. Does he put that pressure on himself, or?
Yeah, I'm sure. He definitely puts that pressure on himself, and but he deals with it well too. I mean, there's always pressure on him, and he knows he's that close to fighting for a title and possibly getting a shot back at John Jones or Cormier. So there's that pressure, but he puts on himself and he handles it well, and he is the leader on the team, and he knows that it's those guys can emulate him, so he doesn't want to be the guy that gets the loss. He wants to win, and he wants to show the other guys on the team that. So we've got good things going. We've got a good game plan for him for this fight, and he's ready.
Is there any thought, like, are you nervous that if John Jones wins, the UFC might try to make the trilogy fight instead of giving this one?
For sure. I mean, how would they not make that fight? And once again, it's about money. It's about getting people to tune in, and people are going to tune in and watch John Jones and Daniel Cormier. We haven't seen John fight in a while. I mean, the dude's a freak, and he's the best in the world right now at this time. And even though Cormier is the champ, I don't know. And how many more fights does Cormier have? Would he have if he wins this? Would he have a trilogy in him? Who knows? But that's out of our hands right now. All we can worry about is AJ.
All right, we'll end on this tough day in Boston, but your Denver Broncos won.
Broncos won. Cardinals won.
Yep.
Hopefully we can get
those.
Hopefully we can get those guys in the Super Bowl. But things are good.
So if the Cardinals win and the Broncos win, they're in the Super Bowl 50. Are you going to stick with the Broncos?
Broncos for sure. Yeah. I was born in Colorado. I'm more of a bandwagon Cardinals fan.
You going to go to the game?
No. Come on now. Who has tickets for that? You going to the game?
I wish.
Yeah, me too. No, that's it though. Go Broncos.
All right, with José Youngs for the MMA Corner and Prospect Insider, Aaron Simpson. See you later.
Power MMA show.
Former Power MMA show guy.
Yeah.
Right here.
Correspondence.